Hi, to set up a webinar or a training session in Drifter, you need to go to Agenda and Virtual Meetings, and there you click on Add Webinar, enter a title for your webinar or the training session if you are hosting a training session. Set the start date, set the start time, set a venue for the training session. If it is an online session, then you can set it to any other venue, virtual venue you have created. Set the attendee capacity to whatever numbers you have, and then under virtual meeting options, if this is an online session, then you should select live meeting or webinar or live stream, or if you have an external meeting platform, then you should select custom virtual meeting URL and provide the link to your external meeting li- uh, platform like Zoom or GoToMeeting. If it is an in-person session, if it is a physical training session, then you should select in-person, and then you should select the session track or format or whatever track you have. Otherwise, you can just skip it and select a tag for this format, and then select the moderator, the chair, who is going to be chairing this training session or the webinar. So you have to create a moderator first by going to the people module. If you do not have the moderators there, then you would not be able to select them here. Then you have to select the speakers who would be speaking at the session, who would be the trainers basically. Then scroll down to the slides section where you can upload slides, PPTs and PDFs and docx, any files you want to upload so people can download them uh, when they go to the session page. And then you can enable live chat if it is an online session. If it is a webinar, then you can enable live chat so people can post their comments and replies. Uh, if it is an in-person session, then I don't think you need that. Similarly, you can enable live polls and text-based Q&A so people can put down their questions, and the speakers would be notified and they can then reply to those questions. Under session options, you have to select the webinar registration type, which is by default set to free. So if you have a free session uh, which does not require any payment, then you have to select free. If it is a paid workshop or paid training session, then you should select paid, and then you have to select the ticket type associated with this training session. If you do not have a ticket type already created, then you should go to workshop tickets here and then create a ticket type. Once the ticket type is created, uh, you can come back to this session and then select the ticket type associated with this session. So people would then be able to purchase the tickets for this training session, and then they would be able to join or check into this session on the day of the session. Uh, if it is free, then just set it to free, and then you have some additional options to allow people to view the moderators. Otherwise, you can hide them. You can display the add to schedule button so they can add the session to their schedule. You can Also set a limit on how many people can add this session to their personal schedule. You can also enable survey form for this session to collect feedback from your attendees at the end of the session. You can choose to only allow feedback from those attendees who have checked in or those attendees who have checked out, or you can choose to have them submitted by all attendees, irrespective of whether they have checked in or not. So once you have done all that, you can now save this session. So this is the training session that we just created. Now if you want to customize the registration form associated with this training session, you can click on this icon here. You can change the name of the form, or you can change the submit button text. You can add additional questions. By default it would have these questions. If you want to add additional questions, you can just use any of these field types. For example, if you want to collect the country information, just simply select country, type in the name, make it mandatory if you want to, make it published, and then just click on save. Then you can create any other additional field drop down or radio button or input box. You can also create a file upload field to, if you want to collect file uploads from the users. You can also include a digital signature field if you want them to sign the, if it is a waiver form and you want the users to sign it, then you can create a digital signature field in your form. And once you have customized the form, you can go back to the tab where you had the session listed, and there you can see these buttons to which this one is used to preview the form, this one is used to edit the session, this one is used to unpublish the session. If you're not ready right away, you can delete this session using this button. You can clone this session using this icon here. You can use this button to notify the attendees of this session via email, and this is the button which you can click on to see the attendees who have registered for this session, or those who are on the waiting list, or those who have checked into this session. Then you can see the chats where a list of all the comments and replies people have posted in this in the live chat associated with this webinar or training session. And Q&A again, list of questions that people have posted, live polls, list of all the live polls and their and 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 their results that can be seen from this icon. And this again is the link to your webinar registration form. This one is used to customize the email associated with this webinar. So as soon as they register, they would receive a confirmation email. So you can customize the look and feel of it. By default, it would include all of the information, uh, the date and time and the venue, and the link to the webinar. Uh, but if you want to make any changes, if you think this is not a webinar but actually a training session, then you can change the wordings of of, of this of the text, and then click on save here. And this is the list of users who have registered for the webinar. So you can click on this icon and you would then see the list of all the users who have registered for this webinar. And you can click on the waitlisted users to see the list of users uh, who have been waitlisted for this session. And this icon is used to notify the waitlisted users. So maybe you have increased the number of seats, so you can notify them so they can come back to the dashboard and complete the rest of the information that you need from them. To see the webinar registration form in action, you can click on this preview button, which would take you to the website, where you can then go to the event schedule, where it would list all the sessions that you have created. So this is the training session that I just created, along with the details of the sessions. And so if you can click on the view session, which would take you to the session detail view, where you can see the list of speakers, the moderators, and the attendees. And if you have uploaded the slides, you would see them right under this widget. And you have these buttons to add the session to your schedule, add the session to your calendar, and you can take the survey. And to register for this webinar, just click on this button here, which would take you to the registration form. So on the left, it would display the description and the details of your training session, and on the right, it would display the the form that you created. If the user is uh, already has an account in the system, then they can simply click on the login button and log in with their existing credentials. So I have now registered for this training session, and the reason I received this message also is because my account is not activated yet. So because I have enabled a setting in the backend that requires an admin to activate the newly created accounts, but you can disable it, so it is automatically enabled. Anyone who has registered for the webinar would automatically then receive an email with their login credentials, and they would be able to log in only once their account has been activated. If this option is disabled, um, then they can log in right away. So after the webinar registration was successful, I should have received an email. So let me just see. So this is the email that I just received, uh, the details of the webinar and everything. So now I can log in. So I have received my login credentials as well, which I can use to log in to my dummy data, dummy account. uh, so let me just use my temporary password to log in. So my account is still not activated, so let me just go to this page here, click on registered users. I should see the list of those users. This is my dummy registration. I have to activate it. So in your case, you do not have to do all this, because this option would be disabled in your account unless and until you actually enable it. Then you have to manually activate the accounts, but in my case I have to activate it because it was enabled. So now that it is enabled, I can just go back to the website and try to log in again using my temporary password. So now I am logged in and I can see the details of the webinar. I can just simply click on the view webinar, or I can add the session to my calendar, or click on view webinar to go to the details of the webinar. And if it is an online web session, then this button would activate it 5 minutes before the session starts. Until then, this would remain inactive. So this is the uh, the complete step-by-step uh, method to set up your training session. And this is how the survey function would work. So you have to click on this button, and then you have to provide the answer to these dummy questions, and then click on the submit button to submit your feedback. As an admin, you can create additional questions by going to the survey form associated with this session. So this is it. Uh, if you have any further questions, you can always go to your help desk and submit your support tickets. Thank you.